Brought to you by ExpressCare Health and Skin Center. Get in, get out, get better.
All right, welcome back everybody to the show. Now, Dr. Jitka Lom is here once again. We're going to take some viewer questions because obviously people want to avoid the stomach flu at all costs and everything. So you ready?
Yes.
Okay, somebody asked right now, I hear that keyboards and doorknobs are actually the biggest culprits as far as spreading the disease. Is that true?
That is true because that's where the fingers go on keyboards, doorknobs, especially bathroom doorknobs. So you really want to keep your hands clean, wash your hands, and use paper towels and keep clean.
Is it possible to wash your hands too much? Because like somebody like myself and like Chris Barnett, not a lot of people know, like we're both germaphobes, so we have literally seen each other like when we're up in the sink and everything. We look like we're scrubbing in for surgery just because we're washing our hands so vigorously. But is it possible to overdo it?
It is possible if you're going to it is possible. Okay, people have obsessive compulsive disorder and they'll get chafed hands and hand dermatitis because they're washing their hands so much. But in general, washing your hands many times a day. I probably wash my hands 30, 40 times a day. It's okay as long as you use good soap and moisturize your hands. You'll be fine. And
use paper towels, you said, as opposed to bath towels.
Bath towels is one where the germs again will be shared if you're sharing towels, and also the blowers that they have in bathrooms. Those will kind of blow the germs around sometimes. So try to stick with paper towels.
How about for people that instead of using a pump-based like a liquid soap and everything, they have like a bar of like Irish Spring, and the entire family uses the same bar of soap? Well,
that can be a problem if you don't rinse off the soap. You may be picking up somebody else's germs. Depends how much you rinse yourself. So
which is crazy because soap would actually pass.
Exactly. Yeah. So you want to wash your hands and rinse them, and the whole process should take at least 30 seconds.
All right. Okay. Our next question is: can food allergies, Dr. Lom, and medications cause gastroenteritis?
Not typically, not like that. Medications can cause you to have a stomach upset, nausea, or even vomiting if you have a reaction to them. And they may even cause what's called gastritis. That's different from gastroenteritis. Gastroenteritis means that the intestines are involved, meaning you have diarrhea usually. Gastritis just means there's irritation of the stomach lining. For example, Motrin and Aleve, these are typically medicines that may cause that, where they basically irritate the lining of your stomach, sort of the way it would be if you imagine the inside of your mouth with a sore, being very irritated, sometimes even bleeding. And that's a common side effect of those non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medicines. All right, good news.
Number 3, what does it mean if your vomit or stool contains blood? Or I've also heard like if your stool tends to be black. That implies internal bleeding, which is a real serious problem, right?
Yeah, generally. Right, so gastritis we just talked about can give you blood in the stool or even black stools, like you said. Black stool just means the blood took a lot longer to get through the intestines. Blood is actually a laxative. If you have, let's say, a bloody nose and you swallow some of the blood, you will actually help your bowels move much more quickly. So people people that have very active bleeding, let's say you have a stomach ulcer and you're bleeding very heavily from that through your intestines, you will have red blood coming through because it pushes everything out. Black stools just means that there's been a slower process. What's happened is that the blood has been partially digested and you get a black, tarry, very, very bad smelling stool coming out. This is not subtle. This is not like when you eat Pepto-Bismol and you have a little bit of dark stool. This is very tarry, very dark stool with a foul odor. So
everybody out there watching this like around dinner time is truly getting something out of this. But the point being, and make no mistake, once you have either of these symptoms, you want to alert your physician as quickly as you can.
Yeah, you definitely want to get checked because the little bit of blood at a time over a period of time can certainly mean a lot of blood loss, and sometimes people come in and they don't even realize how much blood they've lost.
Okay, well, moving on to a different topic around the variation on a theme, I should say. How does one treat dehydration in kids relative to adults? Because you talked about that, kids dehydrate faster.
Yeah, so water is really always a good option. You can also give your child Pedialyte if it's a young baby. Usually they don't like it because it doesn't taste very good as they get older. Gatorade's okay too. Stay away from bubbly sodas. Sometimes people give ginger ale and stuff. That includes a lot of carbon dioxide gas, and it'll make you kind of bloated and burping, and may contribute to vomiting. So that's a common remedy, right? 7-Up and
7-Up and chicken soup.
ale.
They said, it kills the common cold. Okay, well, there's an interesting thing. Let's talk about that for a moment, because
Sure.
a lot of, I know even some of your colleagues, doctors would say, open up ginger ale, put it in the fridge for maybe like a half hour, so you just, let it go flat.
Right.
But the ginger actually helps calm your stomach.
There you go. Now that's true, because ginger can help you. But you could just as well take a little bit of ginger and put it in something else and eat it.
But is it not true that some doctors even prescribe like dark cola to say, like, if you've got diarrhea, because for some strange reason the caramel tends to counteract it? Something,
Right.
I've heard that before.
But then that could be true. But then again, caffeine and cola tends to irritate the stomach. So people that drink a lot of soda tend to get that gastritis that we were talking about. So Coke is known to be a bit of a home remedy for the stomach ailments. Usually not such a great idea. Alka-Seltzer is another one that people try. Alka-Seltzer has a lot of aspirin in it. Again, very irritating to the stomach lining. So probably okay once or twice if you're having an indigestion, but taking it over and over again will actually aggravate your problem.
Well, hopefully what people are going to get away from this subject is knowing exactly what you're experiencing, because again, like you may have indigestion when you've got a stomach flu and you take something, it winds up making you even more nauseous. And
True.
This is the part of the body that, like when you're not feeling well, you just don't want to get wrong.
No, so stick with Tylenol. That's usually very safe. Motion sickness medicine, lots of fluids, rest, and then if you need something stronger, just check with your physician, because you want to just steer yourself the right way.
Okay, Dr. Lom, thank you so much as always.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, stay tuned. We are back right